What is going on, folks? I am Goat, and welcome back to the world of Warframe, right? Warframe, hi. I've been having technical problems, so if I sound irritable, I'm sorry. I don't feel well, and my computer's did an update and goofed a bunch of my settings, so we're looking at the Hildryn Prime release, which gave us Hildryn Prime, Shade Prime, Burst Laser Prime, and the Larkspur Prime. I think, quite obviously, the elephant in the room is that ugly motherfucker. If you like it, man, I'm not trying to bash on your taste or your likes or anything like that, but I think that fucking thing is ugly as shit. It kind of gets in the way. It's just this intrusive looking fucking helmet. I don't know who the fuck thought that was a good idea, but that is terrible. Personally, I mean, like, I know that you've got at least these four options. I don't know about Tenogen stuff, but I know that you've got these four options. Personally, I think that looks way better, or that looks way better. Like, this just doesn't fit. It really doesn't. Doesn't fit at all. So, that, I think, looks better with the Prime skin, and I think this looks better with something else. But yeah, you can also take the little ghetto bling off, the chest plate thing, yeah, because that's terrible. I'm not a big fan of that, but it's whatever. So my first attempt at appearance sake, because that is just rough, is this. The Dexwork Saka and the Tenocon 2021 with the emoji leg guards, and then Ember's little Pyra Sandana, it's whatever. I think that looks perfectly fine. I think it looks just fine. I think the helmet matches up color-wise. It was kind of a test, really, more of making sure everything matched up color-wise. But what I ended up landing with was my usual, looks like a fucking Autobot. Whatever. It's just whatever. You know, Protovire stuff, you know, it's fine. Lodestar stuff, it's fine. And my usual weapons that I run are the Corinth Prime, the Atomos, and the Glaive Prime. Now, the Balefire. Let's cover this fucking thing, because it works. I don't have it set up with this configuration, because the configuration I'm about to show you with Hildryn is this subsumed off. Now, I could take the other ability off too, it's fine. But the Balefire. Status-based. A very powerful fucking thing that uses shields as its ammunition source, basically. It's kind of slow. Like, you could put, you know, like, you could take, like, Augur Pact off and put an anemic agility on there, one singular forma, and you could easily do that, which would probably be just fine and fucking dandy. I mean, hell, you could probably sacrifice, let's say that much. Still very fucking powerful. Okay, still very powerful. It's completely doable. It's totally fine. Because fire rate is lacking with this thing horribly. Okay, it really does. So it's something that kind of leaves you in a static position of oh my god, this takes for fucking ever. So increasing the fire rate, losing a little bit of base damage, but if you do one forma, you won't have to lose that much base damage. Okay? Your call. Personally, I run this build. And yes, I used a number forma, and no, you do not need to. You can just do these two because, as you can see, there's still 2 points left. I like having a little bit of versatility to this, okay? So, like, if I want to take Augur Reach off and put something else there, I can. Just saying. So, yeah, so I used a number forma, and I used a regular forma for a Matarai because she comes with 2 Vazarin, and she comes with an Aramon, and then, obviously, a pre-polarized Vazarin up here, which Prime Surefooted is great for her. So one thing that you can do, and I know somebody's going to ask, why in God's name are you running Arcane Grace and, you know, Umbral Vitality? Because she's shield based, okay? And there is stuff that can get through shields very easily, like Toxin, like Heat, like Slash. Those all three go right through shields. Okay, so they can hit you. Yeah, adaptation will help, but it takes the highest hitting damage, and the rest just kind of floods through and hits you. So adaptation isn't perfect, does the job. But if you want to get fucking bonkers with it, and go crazy, you can do that. Just understand that you're going to have some potential problems there. But you do get an 84% shield and armor pillage. Couple that with Molt Augmented, and that's going to rip shields very quickly. Corrosive Projection, coupled with this amount of power strength, is going to absolutely destroy armor right from the get. But I like having a little bit more health survivability to a frame that does not give any potential health survivability whatsoever. So I'll take a little bit of a hit and let Molt Augmented build up, because it doesn't take much to get to a pure armor strip, and it really doesn't take that much more to get to a pure shield strip. Just doesn't. And with one more Crimson Archon Shard, like I'm going to be putting on there, yeah, it's not going to take long. It's not going to take long at all, but I will tell you, this build works. As you will see, I do have a pre-recorded video for this. But yeah, she's going to have nothing but ability strength. Now, I've got Thermal Sunder on there because I like doing heat procs, and the way that I play this is very simple. Jump to the mission, hit Pillage, go into Overshields. You know, hit enemies with Thermal Sunder. Well, actually hit Pillage again and then immediately hit Thermal Sunder on the heat side, so hold the ability. That way, you use surplus shields that you still have for the Thermal Sunder while you're pillaging the armor and shields of enemies. So, you go right back to full, and you just kind of play it that way. It's a whole lot of gunplay, melee play. It's a whole lot of fun. You'll see me use Haven in there just to be goofy. Literally no reason whatsoever. Honestly, for me, I could leave Balefire on there and do Aegis Storm. I really can. 100%. And you know, put Thermal Sunder where Aegis Storm is. It's just honestly because it's first and second ability for me. I just, in tandem, bing, 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 so it's really quick for me to just do that. So the Shade. I personally find that this is the 4th best Sentinel in the game. 4th. Yes, I said that. I think the 1st is Carrier, 2nd is Helios, 3rd is Death Cube, and then 4th is obviously Shade Prime. And this is functional. It's a sneaky Sentinel. Okay? The gun, on the other hand, we'll get to in a moment. But this is a very, very functional build. Comes back 3 times from the dead. Helps boost your damn shields. Helps boost your damn, you know, helps increases your max shields by 60% and shield generation by 60%. We like that. Enemy radar. Gives you weapon bonus for 3 seconds. Health, shields, picks up goodies, slows enemies down. It is what it is. This works. Okay? Especially with like a shield gate frame. This works very well. Burst Laser Prime. Here's how much I give a shit about it. I don't. Personally, I don't think arming your Sentinels except for Death Cube is a very good idea because they get shot at. You don't want, because Sentinels, the only way that they do anything like a Vulpaphyla is with primed regen. I mean, regen, yes, but primed regen is your best option, but you only get 3 times of that. So if they're armed and they're shooting at enemies, enemies are going to fire back at them. If they're not armed, enemies nearby, close to you, are going to be shooting at them. Enemies further away, not normally shooting at them. So there's a little bit more survivability there if it's not firing at fucking enemies. It's whatever, you do you. Okay? Personally, I'm going to run a Vulpa. Now, on to the Larkspur. The big twirly, swirly Larkspur, right? This is the Larkspur. No Forma, works very fucking well. I have been having a weird ammo bug, and now all of a sudden it's totally fine. Anyway, this works really well. The problem is that using it with a frame, given the fire rate, you will run out of ammo very fucking quickly. Okay? You just will. There's no getting around that. Using this with a Arcwing, it works. I mean, it's kind of like the Kuva Nukor of, and I say this loosely because it's not as good, but it's kind of like the Kuva Nukor or Tenet Cycron of arc guns. It's a chain weapon. It hits one enemy and then bounces to the next adjacent enemy as long as they're within the range of it. But it also has a charge shot of get fucked. Okay? Very high status. No, you know, lesser than what the primary fire is, but very high status, very high damage, almost 10 meters of radial damage, which makes it very, very interesting to use with the Necromech. Chaining enemy to enemy and having a charge shot like this that has almost 10-meter range that does this kind of damage, yeah, it's good stuff. Base radiation, adding in viral and heat, have a nice day. Very simple. It's big. It's crazy looking. Looks a whole lot more reasonable on a Necromech, and then obviously you see I don't even give a shit about running it on a fucking Arcwing because I think the Moslin or the Imperative Vandal are still the better weapons for an Arcwing. Just my personal thought. So let's go do this run at Ani. Okay, I've already got it pre-recorded, and then we'll just have a very quick chit-chat afterward, and that'll be that. All right, folks?
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training. They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way. Get ready for a capsule. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Tenno, prepare for life support. Delivered another life support capsule. raid is off to a successful start. When you are ready, go to extraction. fight, the more successful we will be.
So that's that. Gunplay, melee play, armor strip, shield strip, kill acolytes. Have a nice day. It's very simple. I mean, it's exceptionally simple. And again, you don't have to use an Umbra form if you don't want to. It does limit your options if you don't, by taking up those 2 slots with a Vazern and a Nerimon down at the bottom, but you don't have to use an Umbra forma. You can just use 2 other forma. Excuse me. And then you actually, well, I guess it really doesn't limit your options because you still have the 2 open slots where my 2 Umbral mods are. You don't have to put Thermal Sunder on there, but obviously you see it works very fucking well. He procs the shit out of enemies. If you do it twice, it typically kills them. Especially if you've already pillaged them. You know, so weapons of choice are weapons of choice. You do you, man. I don't know. Overall, I think she's a very fun frame. I think just a little bit of boosts that she got are more than enough to make her just that much more fun. So, I don't know. I like Hildryn. I think Hildryn's a pretty damn decent frame. She's not amazing. She's not crap. She's in a good mid-level of, she can definitely run the steel path, obviously. And she can just kind of do the thing. So, folks, I want to thank you very much for watching. As always, we'll catch you in the next one, all right?